Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Turn my light back on. Trying to turn my fan off. It's hot down here. Turn back on. There we go. Sorry. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody ready for the weekend? What y'all playing? What y'all gonna do this weekend? Hope everybody's doing all right. So let's see what I got. All right, I'm gonna read this and put it over here. I'll put it up here. Maybe I'll put it right there. That'd be better. All right, backstory. This is a very long comment. I'm gonna read it out. April 2023, I assume, because it says 2024, but I'm assuming it's 2023. April 2023, found one adult bedbug crawling on a couch after a trip to SeaWorld. At that time, I didn't know what it was. By the end of the month, kids complained about of scratching. I thought it was mosquito bites. May 2023, found trail of bites on my daughter's back. First heat treatment to the entire house and threw out all the wooden beds. I got metal beds, which bed bugs can live on a metal bed. So just because it's a wooden bed does not mean they can't live on a metal bed too. They can. But anyway, after a month, scratches began. Okay? July 2023. All right? Attempt second heat treatment. Bites the very next day. Okay? Heat treatments. 2 heat treatments in a row. Neither one of them worked. Caulked all the cracks. I found relief after 1 week. Okay? Now they got bites again. August. Has a musty smell. Not sure what that's from. Some people claim bed bugs smell musty. I've never really noticed it. And I've been into some crazy houses. September 2023, I realized I would lay on the couch and would have my entire arm covered in bumps. First crossfire application to the furniture and home. Still having bites, but hopeful. Also attempted professional help. No one would assist because they cannot locate live bed bugs. Tried 2 companies. Okay. October, the same year, 2023. Caulked as much as possible, which doesn't really work for bed bugs. Did a third and final heat treatment. Still getting heavy bites at this point. Second crossfire treatment. Got rid of the sectional couch. Smells gone. But heavy bites continue. November, I left the apartment. Felt like I was going insane. Moved to a new one. Bites after 1 day. Must have brought them with me. At the point, I have no couch and only 2 mattresses, 4 bar stools, and 1 mini dresser and a shoe rack. Applied diatomaceous earth around the bed to assist and in cracks and outlets. Switched to silica dust, which is Semexa. I put stick mouse pads on each leg of the bed. Would never catch anything, so I got rid of them. I ordered a $400 Dyson vacuum to vacuum every day. First crossfire treatment in a new place. Treated on 11/11, which would be November 11th. Slight relief, but scratching came back and encasements on mattress. Had encasements on mattress. Second crossfire treatment on 12/8, which would have been a month later on December the 8th. Removed encasements, minor bites at this point. I got rid of my queen mattress, purchased a full-size mattress. Third crossfire treatment on the 21st of December. I have minor bites. Throughout all the attempts, I have applied DE and silica dust. January 2024, I see bloodstains on pillows and mattress. Currently, I put the full-size mattress on the carpet, sleeping with my 3 children in the living room floor, surrounded by DE silica powder, still getting bites, but they are not excessive bites. Not sure what I'm doing wrong, or maybe they're resistant to crossfire. Can't afford professional help. Okay, so this is a very, very, very long post on one of my videos, a comment. I want to explain that after reading all this stuff, my diagnosis, if they were here, and I could go locally, I would assume they don't have bed bugs. I would assume it's something else. I don't think it's bed bugs at all. They say that it's they're sure it's bed bugs because they saw one back in April of last year, which is a long time ago, 8 months ago, nearly 9 months ago actually. and they're claiming that it's bed bugs because they found one bed bug crawling on the couch after a trip to SeaWorld. But that doesn't mean nearly a year later they're still having problems with bed bugs. In fact, it claims that 2 professionals couldn't find any bed bugs. They've done so much to try to remove any way that the bed bugs could be bothering them, by putting glue boards underneath the bed legs of their furniture. I don't think it's bed bugs. I think it's something else. I don't know what it is. It could be many things. I don't think it's bird mites. I don't think it's bed bugs. Maybe chiggers, maybe scabies. I'm not sure what that is. But I wanted to address it on the stream because I asked if I could address it. So I thought I'd do it on a live stream. They actually asked it on a live stream, a past live stream. So I was like, well, it's a question for a live stream. I will answer it on the live stream. So that's my answer. I don't think it's bed bugs. I think they're using the wrong chemical. I wanted to go over that. I wanted to start the whole show off with that because I've had people comment and say that they've used Crossfire. They're still getting bug bites, all of which can't find bed bugs. And so I'm assuming it's not bed bugs that are still biting people. Crossfire is a great chemical. It's fantastic chemical. It is really only for bed bugs. If you're having problems getting bites and you haven't found any bugs, you haven't found any bed bugs, you haven't found any signs of bugs, and just because you have blood spots does not mean you have bed bugs. There's lots of things that can cause blood spots. You could have a bleeding nose. The thing is, until I got my air conditioner here fixed, my heat pump, I was having nosebleeds because the air was so dry. I finally got my whole house humidifier fixed and I can breathe again. You guys that have been tuning in for the last 3 months know I've had a cough I could not get rid of. And I am a million times better because they finally got the humidity fixed in the house. I had a humidity of like 20 in this house. It was absolutely dry. My lips were all cracked, which they're not anymore. I'm way better off now. I am a little wind chapped because it's been so windy here over the last few days. But you can have a nosebleed and have bloody spots on the pillowcase. So don't assume just because you got blood spots on your pillowcases that it's actually from bed bugs. In fact, it's very common through the wintertime to have bloody nose because of the dry air in your home. But if you're not finding actual bugs, casings, fecal matter, stuff like that, you more than likely you don't have bed bugs. It's something else, torturing you. It could be chiggers. Chiggers are something that they're a real thing. They're a type of mite that gets on you when you're outside and they bite you, and they're pretty miserable too. And they could cause little bug bites to come up all over your body, just like fleas, just like bed bugs, just like other types of bugs too. So don't assume that it's bed bugs. And so if it's not bed bugs, you would not use Crossfire. Crossfire is only for bed bugs. So what I would recommend in an instance like this is I would recommend using Alpine WSG. And let me show you what that is. Let's see if I can get my window to pop up here. So if you go to, let's start with YouTube. All right, /Green Acres PC. All right, so here's my YouTube channel. While you're here, hit that little black subscribe button right there so you can find out when I'm live. And I'm late tonight. Usually I get on by 9:30, but I didn't get on until 10 o'clock tonight because it's just when I could get on. Better late than never, right? So anyway, while you're on my channel, if you're on this video, the live video, you can click here while you're here and then scroll down and click the more button right here. So you got this little box, this little gray box. It turns gray when I mouse over it. I think it's the same thing on a cell phone. But anyway, if you go to more, there's a little Amazon store link right here. It's my affiliate link right there to Amazon. Okay? Click that link and then go to Bedbug Supplies, which is the top one on the left. And if you scroll down, there's Alpine WSG right here. It's pretty cheap. Click that, go there, and get yourself some Alpine. Now, I would recommend using this if you're having problems where you're still getting bit, you don't know if it's bed bugs or not, or you haven't found any. Maybe you think it is bed bugs. Maybe you're positive it's bed bugs, but you don't have bug bites. I mean, you do have bug bites, but you don't have the actual bug. You can't actually identify the bug. Then what you do is you get this, and you can mix a 10-gram solution, which is 1 pack, and do a general pest control over your entire house. Your baseboards, windows, doors. You can treat your box spring with it. You can't treat your mattress, but you can treat your box spring and everything else. And see what happens. It's pretty cheap. It's a pretty cheap solution. It's nearly $30. So $30 will get you 5 gallons worth because one packet mixes 1 gallon of chemical, and a box comes with 5, and that's a lot of chemical. That's enough to last you for half a year. So if you get that, try it and see. More than likely, you'll get rid of whatever it is that's biting you, because Alpine will kill lots of stuff. It will kill fleas. It will kill ants. It'll kill some spiders, not all types of spiders, but a lot of spiders. Lots of different bugs that would actually cause, carpet beetle larvae, stuff like that, would absolutely die from Alpine, and you can get, breakouts from that kind of stuff too. So I would try that. If Crossfire is not working for you, even with bed bugs, this is still a really good chemical for bed bugs, and I would recommend it for that. I do recommend it in a lot of areas where people cannot get Crossfire. I recommend to try to see if they can get Alpine, because it does kill bed bugs too. So, hey Rick, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody's doing good here so far. So far, so good. We finally got over that stupid cold. Well, what we thought was a cold, when really it was just real dry air in the house. I still got a little bit of a cough, but it's mostly gone, which is great because it was pretty awful. But they got my whole house humidifier working. So the humidity about maybe 4 weeks ago was at 20% humidity. And they say you really want the humidity between 35 and 45 if you're wanting to be comfortable, like especially in the wintertime. And if it's too dry, it really is miserable living in the house. So, but like I said, I wanted to go over that now. I did have a guy actually call me and leave me a really nice voicemail. I don't answer my work phone when I get like out of state calls and stuff like that, unless people leave a message because of YouTube, because I tend to get a lot of calls from YouTube, and I don't have a lot of time because I work all day. And so I wanted to go over that too. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you scroll down, like I said, the same thing where you see more. Let's do it from the beginning here. All right. Well, I guess I can't click show less, can I? Yeah. Well, anyway, if you scroll down here, you can actually schedule a time to talk to me live. It's right here. It says schedule a time to talk to Jason. Now, if you want to talk to me privately and you don't want to have to book and have other people listen to your story or whatever, this is free. The live stream night is free. I don't charge for it. I just do it to try to help people out. But if you are the kind of person that would rather talk to me privately, you can click this link. Now, there's a charge because I'm taking time out of my day, on a day that I normally don't live stream. And so if you click this link, it'll show you this page, and you can book a 10-minute, like a 45 minutes, an hour, and there's a 10-minute budget call here too. So you've got this ability that if you want to call and talk to me, you can. But you need to actually click, like if you click a book now, like let's see the 45-minute one. All right, and then you click continue. All right, then you can pick a day. See one of these days? You can pick one of these days, and these are ones that I haven't booked yet. And you'll be able to click one and call, and then I'll call you and I'll talk to you. But it's usually in the evening, typically after 7 o'clock, after I've had dinner, and that's what I set that side that time free for people that want to talk to me privately. So, but like I was saying, during the day when I'm sitting here or working, mainly working, when I'm out, killing bugs and rats and mice, rodents and stuff like that, it's been real bad lately because it's wintertime. I don't have a lot of time, to talk on the phone to people from YouTube. I know people like to talk to me, and I'm approachable and I'm nice, and I try to be nice to people anyway. But I just don't have time for YouTube during the day. I hate to do it, but that's just the way it is. But I had a guy call me from, let me see, where was it? He said I had to talk about it tonight on the stream, so I'm gonna have to say it. Let's see here, voicemails. Okay. It's Patrick. I want to put a shout out to Patrick from Chicago. All right? Patrick from Chicago said that he sprayed his house with Crossfire 2 years ago. He had a bad problem with bed bugs. Sprayed his house 2 years ago with Crossfire. Just wanted to call and say thank you to me and that I needed to talk about it on my live stream and say that he's still 2 years and still hadn't had any bed bugs at all. Still has it. He bought 2 bottles and has 1 bottle on the shelf waiting to be used if he ever gets bed bugs again. That it worked. He only ever had to treat once, and he's never had bed bugs since. So he told me to tell you guys, and I saved it in my voicemail. Maybe I'll play it for you guys one night, but I'm not set up to play it right now. But yeah, he had bed bugs. He doesn't have them anymore. He lives in Chicago. Patrick Starr. All right. Let's see. Kenju says we got highs of 3 degrees Fahrenheit coming up. That'll make for some really dry air. Yeah, I know it's miserable. I hate the winter. Julie says, question. I sprayed Crossfire 6 days ago. Haven't seen any or got bit since then. I'm glad I caught it early on. Anyways, I have leftover diluted Crossfire that has sat in my sprayer since then. Am I able to use the same diluted mixture? Now, a lot of people will still just reuse their same Crossfire, and nobody's had any problem with it. So, if it were me, and I were going to spray my own house, I'm not making any money, I'm not going out trying to do a bed bug job for somebody, okay? I would absolutely use whatever I had mixed up in my own house. That's what I would do. If it were me, that's what I would do. Okay? Now, the label of Crossfire says right on the bottle that you mix it and you need to use it within 24 hours. I don't know why it says that. More than likely because it starts to lose some of its potency after it's been mixed. That's a normal thing. That happens with pesticides. Personally, I would just use it up. If it were me in my own house, I would use it up. Now, tomorrow, I have a bed bug job. And I go out, I do bed bug work, and I mix fresh every day. I have an empty tank. I just take it, I go, I put the water in it, I mix the Crossfire up, and it's fresh every time. I'm being paid. I use the best, highest quality product in another person's house. But if it were my own house, I would have no problem using something that was left over in my own house. In fact, that's what I did when I had bed bugs 2 years ago, and it worked just fine. So, to answer your question, I get that question a lot. People are like, well, what do I do with it? It's old, and I've had it for like a week. What do I do? And if it were me, I would just use it up. Don't waste it. But if you don't want to, and you would rather maybe use fresh, and you're worried about, what would happen to it, what you need to do with it. If you're wanting to get rid of chemicals, check with your state, local agriculture department. Like Virginia has their own agriculture department. What happens is you call them, and they'll tell you, what departments are getting rid of what pesticides and when, and where you go, and they have actual pesticide disposal programs. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend. How does a chemical affect electronics and collectibles such as... Don't spray those things. Don't spray electronics. Don't spray collectibles. You don't need to. Do you know if bed bugs or fleas have a certain time they come out? Bed bugs come out at night when you're asleep. The most common time of night to get bit by bed bugs is usually between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the most common time. But they will change their patterns based on when you're sleeping. So let's say you work the night shift and you're not home at night. You're not home at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's say you get off your shift, you come home, you roll up in the bed, say 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're sleeping all day. Well, then the bed bugs will start biting you during the day. Bed bugs do not care if it's light or dark or what. They do not care about the light levels. They're not like cockroaches, where cockroaches will try to hide when it's dark. Bed bugs come out in broad daylight. They don't care. They do not care. They're just worried about feeding their belly. And when you're asleep and still and you're not making a bunch of noise, not moving around, then absolutely that's when you're going to get bit. If you sit down on your sofa middle of the day, maybe you're watching like some daytime TV, maybe a soap opera, something like that, and you're sitting there in a lazy boy chair or your sofa, they will absolutely come out from around the armrest and start biting on you. That's completely normal. So, there was another question I wanted to go over. Oh, actually, I don't think. Nope, I don't. I've got to turn on the phones because the phones are not on. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. I am not picking my nose. Skype. So that way, if someone wants to call, I can answer a question. Holy cow! I got text messages on here. I did not know. Let's see here. Oh, it's a bot. That's a jerk. I'd block that person. There we go. Block and report. Perfect. Maybe I won't get no more calls from them. That's a problem. You put your phone number on Skype. Now, Skype is like, it's owned by Microsoft. They own Skype. So if you get a call on Skype or you get yourself a Skype number and you're paying for it so you guys can call, like that number right there, that one, that's not free. I pay for that. So you guys can call and talk to me. I get solicitors on that one just like I get solicitors at home. Now, I don't run Skype unless it's call-in night. The only time it's ever on is Thursday nights when you guys call me. That's the only time I ever have it on. But otherwise, you can't call. But if I turn it on and I boot it up, boy, I get the solicitations like crazy. I get all these text messages. Hey, guess what? You could dial our WhatsApp. And it's stupid crap. Oh, anyway. Do I need to remove the bed encasement to spray the mattress with Crossfire and also the pillows? Don't spray your pillows. You're not supposed to spray pillows with Crossfire. And you do. I would remove mattress encasements as Crossfire is a water-based chemical, and a lot of your mattress encasements will shed the water. Can cause Crossfire to flake off, not allowing it to absorb into the bed properly. So. Oh, how's everybody? 22 people in here. Y'all should smash that like button while you're here. If you like it. If not, dislike it. Or leave. If you don't like me, you can just leave. You can just go on somewhere. What if they are in the TV? You don't need to spray your TV. Don't spray your TV. So the thing about bed bugs is the bed bugs are not going to be able to feed on your TV. You see? They can't eat your TV. So let's say they stayed in your TV forever. They're going to die from starvation. Okay? They're not going to be able to survive in your TV for very long. They're going to have to come out. And when they come out, they'll crawl across your sofa and bite you. Yeah, you just click that little X right up there on that little X, Kenju, and you could just leave and I will disappear. But you will not be able to hear my beautiful voice. We have recently tested for bed bugs. I'm no longer finding big ones, but I keep finding itty-bitty ones in traps. Should we get tested again? Have you been spraying for them, Coralie? Thank you, Kenju. I appreciate it. Paying me to shut up. That's what he's doing. Have you heard of Alpine and Crossfire not working? I have heard of Alpine not working. I have not heard of Crossfire not working. I've heard of people using Crossfire aerosol and not getting very good results at all. But I've never heard of people using the liquid and getting bad results. I've always had good results with it, and everyone that I know personally that has used it have had amazing results with it as well. So. Oh, treated. Should you get treated again? When's the last time you were treated? The thing is that if you were treated for bed bugs with Crossfire within the last 30 days, outside of 30 days, yes, I would treat again. Within 30 days, I probably would not get treated again. The thing is eggs have to hatch. And until the eggs hatch, the babies aren't going to come out and crawl in the chemical. So as the adults die, all right, you spray with Crossfire, all the adults die. All the later stages, the mature bugs, they're all going to die. and they're not going to be around anymore because you sprayed, right? They died. They're always out looking for a blood meal. But whatever's inside that little teeny tiny egg, they're not coming out. They're not going to come out at all until the egg hatches. When the egg hatches, then the babies come out. Same with cockroaches. Cockroaches, bed bugs, both. If you're seeing babies and you're only seeing babies, that's the last step. That's the last bit trickling out, dying. And then once you stop seeing those, you don't have any more at all. They're all gone. Babies always are the last thing you see in an infestation of bed bugs or cockroaches. We live in an apartment building. I've got severe PTSD from our very first apartment 10 years ago. I don't know if it was crossfire, but it's been about 3 weeks. That's normal. So that's normal. It probably was crossfire. That's what it sounds like. Sorry, I'm hopping up. I move a lot. But usually it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to see babies. The teeny, teeny, tiny ones. Usually it takes about that long after treating the first time. So, before they start coming out and dying too. I know you're supposed to use Crossfire within 24 hours after mixing it, but how come you can't use the liquid a week later if it's such a strong... So I already answered this question. I would already use it. I would use it again personally. If it were me, I wouldn't waste it. I would use it. Just use it. You know, just use it. All right. The thing is, like I explained before. Now, if you rewind, and I explained. So, Julie Lesh actually asked this question at the beginning of the stream, and I answered it around I think it was 11 minutes in. But all right. So you mix Crossfire, you use it, and then you got it still in the tank a week later. I would use it again. Personally, if it were me and I was doing my house, servicing my own house, I would absolutely use leftover. It's not a big deal. If it were me. All right. My girlfriend says she does not get bit by bed bugs. Oh, wait a minute. Been watching your videos and purchased the course. Sprayed last Wednesday, saw 4 today. 1 crawling up the wall, 3 in the bed. Was thinking about spraying again tomorrow. Any recommendations? I would wait another week. Don't spray once a week. Spray at most frequent once every other week, not every week. Because you're going to see bugs crawling out as they're dying. That's completely normal. It's normal. They're not going to just disappear. They're going to have to crawl out and get in the chemical to die, and you're going to see them. That makes sense. Make it feel much better to know we are doing it right. It's been rough vacuuming every 2 to 3 days. My girlfriend says she does not get bit by bed bugs, yet her bed is infested with them. Oh, she's getting bit. She's not feeling it. She's not having a reaction. I don't react. I do not react from bed bug bites. I don't. I let a bed bug bite me. This bed bug right here. I let this bed bug right here bite me. See it in there? That one. That's a bed bug right there. I let that bed bug bite me live on stream. And I monitored the bite for 9 straight days. I never once had a bug bite. Didn't even feel it when she bit me. It didn't even bother me at all. I had no reaction. Zero. So no, her bed's infested with bed bugs. She's getting bit. She's just not having a reaction. Some people don't. Yes, so typically pesticides, once mixed with water, will start to break down faster because they're suspended in the water. When you spray them and they're on a surface, they will last longer. So the reason they tell you, most of the time, the reason chemical manufacturers tell you to use your pesticide within a certain time limit of being mixed is because they start to lose their effectiveness over time while they're suspended in the water. That doesn't mean that they won't kill anything. It just means that they're not going to last as long as when they could first be applied after they were first mixed. What you need to do, loaf of toast. I like that name because I love toast. Toast is delicious. What you do is you go to your girlfriend and you treat her bed with crossfire. And then their bed bugs will die and you'll be happy. Oh, Canada, a home and native land. Isn't that how it sings? I think that's how it goes. I think that's how the song goes. I don't think I've ever sung "Oh Canada" live on camera before because I'm an American. I'm American. You gotta go land of the free, home of the brave. I'm looking through text messages. Does alcohol work? What? In a mixed drink? It's delicious. Depends on what you got. You got some like triple sec, bourbon, wild turkey. What you got? Beer? I got a pile of mess behind me. Y'all get to see my pile of mess. I got my sketchbook. That's my sketchbook. No, I've seen y'all I'll show you some pictures. Let me show y'all some pictures. Did I ever show y'all these? I don't know if I ever showed these on stream. This is my sketchbook. These are some pictures I drew a few years ago. When I get time. That's a picture that I did not draw. Because that's an inside cover. But I got, let's see what I got in here. There's a white page. That's nothing. Nothing on that one. Oh, there's one. I drew that one. See? Drew that. There's a castle. I hadn't finished that one yet. I got that one. That's a little house. That's a cute little house. There's Minnie Mouse. There's some doodles, practice stuff. There's Goofy. See, there's Goofy. I drew him. And then I got Charlie Brown. So I got Charlie Brown and Snoopy and Woodstock. I drew that. I got some more. That's about it. This is a pretty brand new. I bought this back. We were camping a while back, and I like to sketch when we camp, so I take it with me and I draw. But I've got a lot more pictures than that. I've got a whole entire Rubbermaid full of sketchbooks I've had since I was like 7. I'm 42, so I've been drawing a long time. If I'm trying to bait out beds to come bite me, should I keep my room hotter? Nah, it don't matter. They'll come get you. Sleep near them. If you know they're on your sofa, bed on the sofa. Sleep on the sofa. Thank you. IKEA? Like the furniture manufacturer? I don't know what that name is. I'm butchering your name. Kraslord? Croslord. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I was homeschooled. I can't read well. Excuse me. Pronounced like people say the store IKEA. Yeah, see, I was right. IKEA. Yeah. You were born in a million pieces. See, if I was an IKEA, I'd still have a bag of screws loose somewhere that somebody forgot to put in me. If I was an IKEA. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody read the instructions when putting me together. Left a whole bunch of screws out. My desk is a mess, and I'm sitting here looking at it thinking, wow, I need to clean my desk. I get up here and I live stream. I hadn't been at the computer since last live stream. I really haven't been on the computer at all. I've been so busy. I haven't had time. All my work I've done on my iPad, on the run, because I haven't had time to sit down. Do you have any suggestions for traps? I have 2 small kids and 3 cats. People work the best as traps. People work the best. Let me let me show you. Let's do a drawing with Jason. I'm going to use my mouse tonight because I don't think my tablet is, I don't think it's actually charged. So we're going to use my mouse tonight. I'm going to explain to you how this works, okay? When you use Crossfire, let's do this right here, and we'll go here, okay? When you use Crossfire, let's say you got a bed, all right? There's the bed. Okay, so now it's there's your bed, but we're going to treat it with Crossfire. So now it's treated, so it's green to indicate that it's been treated with Crossfire. Okay, so now you are the person. All right, let's do a little circle, and we'll do a line for the body, and then a leg, and arms. Okay, you're asleep in the bed, but the bed, the mattress and the box spring and the bed frame and the headboard, footboard, all that's been treated. Well, your bed bug that happens to be like, over here, there's your bed bug. Okay, 1, 2, 3, because bed bugs are insects, so they have 6 legs. There you go. There's your bed bug. Okay, he's going to come to get you. All right, he's coming to get you. All right? He's coming to eat you up. Well, there's the trap. Your trap is right there. That's the trap. If that bed bug is coming to you, you're the bait. Like, imagine it like a mouse trap, where you put a little piece of cheese or some peanut butter or something that the mouse wants is on that trigger. Okay? The mouse sees the food, thinking with its belly, is like, oh, I can't wait to bite into that cheese. I can't wait to eat some of that peanut butter. Walk along and dead. Okay? That's how the trap works. So, the bed bug is like, num, 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 num. That's Cora. She looks nummy. I am going to go and bite her right on her leg. But when it crosses over this barrier right here that you've created with Crossfire, it is already on its way to death. It's going to die. Now, it might be able to bite you first, and then as it crawls away, it dies. Or maybe it gets all the way back over to here in its little hidey hole, wherever it's living, and it dies there. Either way, it's crossed the chemical, it's going to die. That's the best trap. That's the absolute best trap. A lot of people will say, well, I use sugar and baking soda and vinegar or whatever. And the honest truth is that those all don't work. If they work at all, it's just a coincidence. They really don't work. This is a surefire way. It works. It works. Use yourself as the bait. It will work. Should I leave bed interceptors on after spraying the mattress and boss spring? No, take away your interceptors. They don't work anyway. Also, do you treat the inside, outside of the dressers near the bed or the kitchen area? I treat baseboards throughout the entire house. Baseboards, crown molding. I'll show you something else I treat too. Let's do another one here. Let's, actually, it would probably be easier. Let me do a search real quick. Let's see, where, Try to do an image search. I want to show you so I can explain this, because it's easier to explain it if I have a picture. It's people making all these tiny homes makes it hard to search. All right, there's a good picture. Okay. Copy image, and then Control V. There we go. That's nice. All right. So, let's say you live in a trailer, like a double wide or a single wide trailer, okay? This is pretty much the way that the walls look in a trailer. You've got panels up, all right? This little strip, now I've told you that you want to treat your baseboard, so let's do green again. Green's a good color because of Green Acres, right? You're going to treat your baseboard, okay, right there, and right there, okay? That little crack. You're also going to treat the top of the baseboard right here, right here, and actually this is a little piece of baseboard here too, but you get the idea. All right, you're also going to treat these strips right here, and right here, and there's also a strip right here, and this is where the panels. So these panels are only so large. So what they do is they put these little decorative trim pieces. Let's go back. See, they put these little decorative trim to cover where the panels join together. Now, in a house with sheetrock, they put a piece of tape and they put mud on it. It just looks like one solid wall. And so the bed bugs aren't going to live there on a solid wall. But on a trailer, they will absolutely live behind these panels right here. And so you treat in this crack here, you treat in this crack here, and sometimes it's a crack on both sides. Sometimes it's a little strip that's covering the crack, so you need to treat both sides of it. But you get the idea. You want to treat that thing, whatever it's called, right there. And see, here's a baseboard here that you would want to treat that one on the top and the bottom. And this baseboard, we'll go ahead and mark it too on the top and the bottom, and also up the side of this thing. So basically you're wanting to treat any crack that the bed bug could possibly travel through, especially if this is your bedroom and you're sleeping in here. So these are really good places to try to target when you're going to treat like a trailer or a double wide or a triple wide or whatever you happen to have. If you're living in a modular home, even your newer like prefab homes, a lot of them are put together this way too. They put them together cheap. It's not actually sheetrock. They're really, a lot of them are wallpapered panels that just go in, they clip in place, and then they put these little strips up to hide how they're attached to the wall. But anyway. So if you're going to buy a new box spring, treat your new box spring and mattress when you bring them in the house, because they won't be treated, and you'll want to make sure they're treated to kill bed bugs. If there's any other insect that replicates a bed bug or a flea bites, chiggers, ants, let's see, chiggers, ants, spiders, mosquitoes, carpet beetles, those can replicate bed bug bites. This is the thing, all right? Bed bug bites, let's see here, file, new, don't save, all right. So, everybody online, I'm going to tell you that everybody online is wrong, okay? This is what I do. I do this a lot. All right, bed bug bites. What do they look like? Do they look like this? Like that? 3 bites in a row? Do they look like this? A triangle? Do they look just like this? Just one bite by itself? What do they look like? All right. Do they look like nothing at all? What do they look like? Is it 3 bites? Is it 3 bites like this? Is it 5? Is it maybe it's a cluster of bites? Maybe it looks like that. Maybe that's bed bug bites. Here's the thing. All of these are correct. Okay? And some, none at all. All right? Some have no bites at all. None. Just because your bites look like that doesn't mean it's bed bugs. All of those bites could be bed bugs. All of those bites may not be bed bugs. Maybe it's a reaction. Maybe you ate something you had an allergic reaction to. You don't know. Maybe you've got residue from a soap on your skin or something that caused you to break out. There are lots of things that can make you break out. It's not always bites of 3. The reason that bed bugs bite in rows of 3, 4, 5, 6 bites is because they're not getting a full blood meal. But if the bed bug sits on you and is able to feed, let's say you're just a really heavy sleeper, the bed bug gets on you, bites you, and they're biting you And they're able to get a full blood meal. If they get a full blood meal, then they don't bite but once. You see what I'm saying? They don't always bite in rows of 3. They don't always. Sometimes you don't react at all, like me. I don't have a reaction. And the guy that asked earlier about his girlfriend, she doesn't have reactions either. It's normal for that person, or for me, to not react at all. I don't get bug bites from bed bugs. Not everybody's going to react the same. You cannot base a bed bug infestation on bites alone. You cannot do it. If you are, you're doing it wrong. You should never, ever judge a bed bug infestation by bites alone. Whether you're an exterminator, a doctor, or just somebody that thinks they know that it's bed bugs for sure and has never found a bed bug. How often do you recommend to spray in a week with a mild infestation? Once a month. You spray once a month. So if I sprayed today, what is today, the 11th? Plan on spraying the 11th next month in February. Okay? Don't spray but once a month. If you're using Crossfire. If you're using Temperate, you need to spray once every 10 days. So, if you're using Alpine, once a month. You could do once a month with Alpine as well. Alpine WSG. Be more specific. Can Crossfire kill cockroaches too? If not, what is the chemical? I recommend Alpine WSG for cockroaches. Since we live in an apartment, since we live in an apartment, the landlord has to call an exterminator. Is there anything, but I buy at a store to treat it. I have a can of Raid still, but I've been told that doesn't work. No, Raid won't work. No, Crossfire is the best if you can get it. You can buy the aerosol cans if you need to have something that's easy to store. If you're living in an apartment and you don't have a place to store a liquid pesticide, you can get aerosol of Crossfire. That's better than Raid. It's going to be much more effective than Raid. Let me see if I can bring up. Let's see here. So, oh, by the way, if you're new, you should like the video. It says 3 likes. Let's refresh and see. Let me. 8. Only 8. There's 31 people in here. Come on now. Am I that boring that I can't get more likes than that? All right, so let's go to the Amazon store. This is the easiest way for me to get to it. Go there. Go there. Let's see. Do I have it on here? No. All right, let's go here. I should add it. I should add the aerosol. There it is. Go there. There. There you go. It's $31 for a bottle, and it's aerosol. And that is Crossfire already mixed in a can. But it's an aerosol. I don't recommend aerosols. But if you can't get this, try getting the aerosol. Maybe you can get the aerosol. Or if you don't have a place to store a mixed pesticide, aerosols are a good alternative. But I don't use them. I don't use Crossfire aerosol. I've heard it doesn't work as well. That's why I don't like it. Hi there. I recently sprayed Crossfire for bed bugs and got rid of a bookcase. Put it in a trash can outside. The next day it was gone. Someone took it before the trash truck came. What now? It meant somebody's going to take bed bugs home with them. That happens all the time. I travel often for work. So if I spray Crossfire and leave for 3 weeks, would they go dormant since I'm not there? Yes, they will go dormant if you are not there as a source of a blood meal. They do not come out if they don't sense a human being or some kind of an animal or something nearby they can feed on. They will go dormant. For up to a year? Up to a year. I am going to go use the restroom real quick. I'm going to play y'all a song. I'll be right back. If I can figure out how to do this. Bathroom break. That's a pretty nice song. That's I got to run to the bathroom. I'm going to leave you with something other than dead silence. So, I got candy bar. Yeah, see? I like to pretend that these are like cigars even though I'm like in my 40s. And but when I was a kid, they had fake cigarettes too, and they were made out of candy, and they were fantastic. So now I'm just eating a candy bar. So what I would recommend, Coralie, is jump on Discord because you're in Canada and ask in Discord if anybody would have a link or an ability to get Crossfire, because I know Canadians that have gotten Crossfire before. It's not as easy to find in Canada, but it can be done because it's an American brand, and I don't think they ship to Canada personally, because Canadian government has outlawed neonicotinoids. They don't let you buy them up there. Try Walmart. So, sorry, I like candy. So if you go here, y'all do .ca, Walmart.ca. Let me see. Well, let me do that. There we go. We're on the Canadian side. Robot or human? What? I've never seen that before. I guess I'm a human. I fooled him. Alright. Well, that's depressing. Now let me show you what they sell at Walmart.com. Oh. Let's try this. What? There we go. Alright. Crossfire. See? Front page of Walmart. Let's try this. So it's Canadian. eBay. Canadian. I don't speak French. Alright. That won't work. That won't work at all. Yeah, it's hard to find it in Canada. But I don't know a lot about Canada or different websites you got for searching that kind of stuff. Okay, so Raid foaming bedbug spray. They're not all the same. So Slane says, a professional in my area told me to use Raid foaming bedbug spray because it's the same ingredients as Crossfire. Alright, so let's try that. Let's go to Raid. Let's just search Raid foaming. Raid foaming bedbug spray. There's Walmart. See, the problem with Walmart is they won't tell you what's in it. Ingredients, there you go. Okay, so this is Crossfire in this one. So this one specifically right here is Crossfire. Oh, I'm not even showing you. There you go. There it is. So Raid bedbug foaming spray kills bedbugs on surfaces for up to 4 weeks. That one will kill bedbugs. That is Crossfire in a can. If you scroll down, the active ingredients, it's the same exact active ingredients as what's in Crossfire. So I would, yes, that would be something you could buy if you can't find the actual Crossfire. But there is a difference in mixing it yourself and using aerosols. Mixing it yourself is always better. It's always better. Are you busier nowadays? Seems like bed bugs are in the news a lot. I'm busy just because I'm busy. You'll find in pest control, or really any field, whether it's pest control, contractors work, plumbing work, electrician work, if you're honest, you'll stay busy. It doesn't matter if you're killing bed bugs, roaches, silverfish, fleas, spiders, crickets. It doesn't matter. Mice, rats. As long as you tell people the truth, you'll stay busy. I'm always busy. I mean, it's the middle of winter, and I'm busy. I'm really busy. And you wouldn't think that an exterminator would be busy when it's, 20, 30 degrees outside, but I am. There are bugs to kill, and I am there to do it. Like I said, I'm doing bedbug job tomorrow. I had three bedbug calls come in the same day within minutes apart. It's crazy. But it is that time of year because people have gone on vacations. They went Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. All these things happen now, and people are going over to people's houses and taking their friends on trips, places, and stuff like that. And it's bedbug season. It's bedbug time. People always call me after the holidays for bedbug work. Do you need a license to use Transport, Crossfire, and Alpine? You need licensing. Okay, so the way licensing works is if you're gonna apply it for hire. So in Virginia, if I were to go and spray your house and you were to pay me to do it, I have to have a license to do that. But if I go and I buy the chemical and I treat my own house, I don't have a license. I don't have to have a license to treat my own house with a pesticide. I don't honestly have to have a license to treat my dad's house with a pesticide. As long as I'm not charging him money, I don't have to have a license. But as soon as the money changes hands, you better have a license. That's what you have to have a license for, because the government wants to make sure that you're up and up, that you're being safe, you're charging people money, you better do it right. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. Now, there are some products that businesses are not allowed to sell you unless you have a license. Now, that's different. Restricted use pesticides, or RUP for short, they are restricted by the government specifically because they may be too harmful, they may need special training to use, and they want to make sure you do get the proper license before you purchase those products. But Crossfire is not restricted use. Alpine is not restricted. Transport Micron is not restricted. None of those pesticides are restricted. So you should be able to buy them. The problem is local governments will make it difficult to get them because they think you should have a license, whether the manufacturer believes you need one or not. It doesn't matter. There are rules in and around Bedford County where I reside. Like you can't treat a house with a liquid pesticide for termites if the well is within 50 feet of the house. That's a county law. Now, Termador actually is allowed to treat foundations as long as the well is outside of 10 feet. So that's pretty close to the house, 10 feet away from the house. As long as the well is like 11, 12, 13 feet out, you could treat with a chemical application with a liquid treatment. That's the label. The label claims you can. But Bedford County will not allow it. So the county law trumps the label in that, so you can't do it. So that's where licensing is a sticky thing to get into, because that's why I always say you should check with your local laws before applying a pesticide to make sure you're actually not going to get yourself in trouble. I got a bad infestation. So Discord. Let's show you what Discord is. All right, because Cora Lee asked what Discord is. So the Discord, this is Discord. All right. If you open Discord in your browser, let's use my Discord link actually. Let's copy the link. Let's use it right here. Oh, I gotta log in. How do I do that? Let's see if I can do it from my phone. Alright, so I'm logged in. If I do this and use my camera and do that, there. Is it going to work? Alright, there we go. So now I'm logged into Discord. There we are. There's the Discord. There's the lobby. See, I posted my video. So if you're in Discord, this is a chat. And this is in the browser. This is in an actual browser. See? Now you can download it as an app that will run on your computer. Or you can use it on your phone. I got it on my phone. So I can chat with people through the day. If a question comes up and I feel like I need to, step in and answer a question, I will. But there's different rooms. It's like, that's the lobby. So I always post my videos, any new video or anything. Like if you scroll up, there's a video I made there. Anytime I put new videos up, I always post them in Discord. And then you've got a bedbug channel here where everybody talks about bed bugs. There's me. I'm in red. So anytime you see my name, I'm Jason Green Akers. That's me. You got cockroaches, spiders, termites, mites, fleas, mice and rats, ants. I've got talk about business, a gamer talk because I like video games. And I've got a members only page for people who pay for the membership through YouTube. And then jokes, memes, and stuff like that. And then there's voice chat. So if I think I need to answer a question using voice chat, then I can jump on voice chat and I can talk to you through voice chat. But that's Discord. That's how Discord works. There is a link in chat. Nightbot, every so often, about every 15, 20 minutes, will post a link to Discord that you guys can click and follow and get in there and chat with me. It's basically like texting, but it works on the computer. It works on your phone. It works on, it's free. It's free. So I like to use it. I don't think I think CO2 traps are garbage. Truthfully, Matt Turner. These are really good. There's no way candy bars. And this one's like a Twix. Chocolate coated milkless cookie bars because we're vegan, so I don't eat milk. I got a bad infestation a year ago. Thought I eradicated them because they never came back until the other day. I found one bug. What are the odds that one bug hibernated for a year and just came out? I mean, it's possible, but not likely if you live there. How would I know when to stop treating if I didn't react to bites? That's a good question. That's how not reacting to bites can be a curse, because you don't know if you've got them or not, unless you find them. You're not going to know. But usually it's 30 days. You'd think you'd see blood spots, not blood spots, we call them fecal matter or something. Sorry, my candy bar is crumbling all over my desk. If I haven't found any others, an inspector came and he couldn't find any more. I will still treat with Crossfire once again, but it's weird how just one came out of nowhere. It probably came from somewhere, but you don't know where it came from. Hi, Jason and everyone. I had an apprehend treatment 2 months ago and still have bed bugs. I need to do it again. They didn't do it right in the first place. You shouldn't have bed bugs after 2 months if they did it right. They didn't do it right. You should get at least a 90-day warranty with apprehend. Truthfully. Because apprehend is guaranteed for 90 days anyway. Fantasy football is over. I'll try to be back. Oh, legendary. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I don't do football. What's a good rotation insecticide to use after Alpine? You mean for cockroaches? How many times should I use crossfire treatment to make sure they're all gone? Like once a month for 90 days. Sorry, the chocolate is gone. So now I don't have to be rude anymore and eat chocolate on camera. But I like chocolate. I ordered a bunch of chocolate. It came in the mail today. And I like chocolate. A lot. It's like one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things to eat is chocolate. It's funny. My wife, on our anniversary and stuff, she buys me chocolates. I mean, I buy her chocolates and stuff too, but she buys me chocolate because I like chocolate. I like to rotate. I like to do 2 months of Alpine WSG in a row. So once a month, so 60 days worth of Alpine WSG. And on the third month, I like to use Onslaught Fast Cap. That's what I like to do. And then I might use Onslaught for 2 months in a row and then switch back to Alpine. But usually you don't have to do more than that. And the roaches are dead. Because Onslaught tends to chase them real bad. And it gives you a better assessment on how bad they still are after using Alpine. Because Alpine will not run roaches. They will not try to run away from it. They don't know it's there. It's completely non-repellent. They don't recognize it as a pesticide. So I'm going to have to run and get off here. It's getting late. I got an early job tomorrow. Got to get up. Got to get out. So I'm going to go. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight and asking questions. And you guys have a real great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the rest of next week. I'll get the chocolate off my fingers. How often do you spray Crossfire to treat a car? Once. If I live in a house, would it be likely that neighbors are giving me bed bugs? No, not likely at all. I'm just going to leave my house and everything, move to Philippines, find a wife. Everything's cheaper there. Thank you for your insight, though. Good luck, Matt. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time. I'm going to get out of here and go get some sleep. Bye.